day. So this will be the last topic for the third quarter, and it is all about the mode of heat transfer. So please try to comprehend every information that I am about to utter or to discuss, since your third quarterly examination is almost around the corner. Okay, so let's start. Recently it is said that heat is a form of energy that travels or transfer from one object to another. But actually, there are three methods or three modes to which heat can travel. And yun po yung ating tatalakayin ngayong araw. Those three modes of heat transfer that I have mentioned are the following. We have conduction, convection, and radiation. And in this illustration, all of the methods or modes of heat transfer were being illustrated, and by the end of the lesson, malalaman natin kung alin po ba dito sa may mga question marks na ito ang nagpapakita ng conduction, convection, and radiation. Now let us start with the first one, which is conduction. And by definition, conduction it is a transfer of heat by means of physical contact between bodies or substances. So ito po yung mode of heat transfer na nangangailangan ng physical contact or direct contact between bodies para po mag-takes place yung heat transfer. Now, take a look at the illustration. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung kamay, meron siyang hawak na metal rod, and then yung pinakandulong bahagi po ng metal rod ay exposed doon sa heat source, doon po sa may apoy. Now, i-assume nyo, paano kaya kung kayo may hawak nun? What will you notice after a few minutes? Now, kung mapapansin nyo, parang unti-unting umiinit yung inyong hinahawakan. Bakit? Kasi po, nagtatransfer po yung heat energy coming from the fire papunta po doon sa may metal rod, molecules to molecules. Meron pong direct contact yung metal rod doon po sa may source of heat. Kaya po nagtatravel or nagtatransfer yung heat energy. Okay, another example is yung kapag kayo ay nagtitimpla ng kape halimbawa, tapos may mainit na tubig, tapos yung kutsara nyo, naiwan nyo ng medyo katagalan doon sa mainit na tubig. What will you notice? Unti-unting umiinit yung hawakan noong kutsara. Bakit? Because the spoon has direct physical contact with the hot water. Kaya po yung heat energy coming from the hot water ay nagta-travel papunta po doon sa may metal, which is yung kutsara. Okay? And then, in terms of conduction, tandaan din po itong mga terminologies na ito. First one, thermal conductor. When we say thermal conductor, those are the materials that conduct heat well. Ito yung mga materyales na inaalaw nila yung pag-transfer ng heat. Best example po nito ay yung mga metals. Okay? Next, thermal insulator naman po. Kapag sinabi nating thermal insulator, those are the materials that are poor conductors of heat or hindi nila gaanong inaalaw yung pag-transfer ng heat kapag sila ay na-expose sa heat. Okay, best example ay yung mga rubbers and plastics. Okay, example natin, thermal conductor and thermal insulator. Pansin nyo, ano ba yung madalas nating pinaglulutuan sa bahay? It is made up of metal. No, bakit? Aside from it has high melting point, ano pa? Kasi po siya ay best conductor of heat. And then, ano pa yung mapapansin nyo doon? Yung hawakan ng kaldera kadalasan ay may balot na plastic or rubber. Bakit? Kasi po ang mga rubber ay thermal insulator. Hindi nila gaano inaalaw yung flow ng heat para kapag hinawakan natin, hindi tayo mapapasok. Okay, so ganoon po yung principle na. So these are some of the examples of thermal conductor and thermal insulator. For thermal conductors, we have copper, gold, silver, iron, and graphite. And given those examples, what will you notice? Most of them were metals. Kasi nga po, metals are good conductors of heat. On the other hand, sa thermal insulator naman po, meron tayong paper, rubber, wood, glass. Sila po yung best examples of thermal insulator. Rubber, so ayan. Now, another mode of heat transfer is convection. Convection involves the movement of fluids, liquids, or gaseous substances. Okay, so compared kay conduction na nangangailangan ng physical contacts para po magkaroon ng heat transfer, dito naman po, nangyayari po yung heat transfer by means of the movements of the particles of fluids or liquids, mga gas or liquids. Okay, take a look at the illustration. halimbawa mayroon kang pinapainit na tubig. Siyempre, pinakaunang iinit yan po yung nasa ilalim na bahagi. Now, kapag mainit na yung nasa ilalim na bahagi sabihin na natin kaldero, ano mangyayari doon sa mainit na tubig na iyon? Okay? Those hotter particles of water will move upward. Ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon ng movement of particles dito po sa ating liquid. Samantala yung medyo malamig or mababa ang temperatura na tubig, they move downward. Ibig sabihin po, may movement of particles. Okay, ganun po nangyayari kapag convection. Yung particles po mismo ng fluid, specifically liquids or gas, yung nagmo-move. Ano pang example niyan? Halimbawa, kumulo na yung tubig natin. Now, kapag sobrang kulo na yan, ano mangyayari? Mag-i-evaporate. Tama? And then yung particles, yung ilang particles ay aakyat. Ibig sabihin po, nagkakaroon pa rin ng movement of particles. Convection pa rin po iyon. Mula dito halimbawa, mula dito sa ibabaw, umaakyat yung tubig in a form of gas pataas. Ibig sabihin, may movement of particles. Nagtatransfer yung heat pataas by the means of the moving particles. Malinaw po. Okay, next. Third and the last is yung tinatawag natin na radiation. Okay, ito po yung pangatlo nating mode or method of heat transfer, which is a heat transfer that occurs by means of electromagnetic waves. Ito po yung kung saan yung heat ay nakakapag-travel even without a medium. Kahit wala siyang physical contact, kahit wala movement of fluids or liquid, kaya mag-travel ng heat. Halimbawa, sino dyan yung mga nakapag-Boy Scout na, especially yung mga naka-experience ng bonfire. Di ba kapag may bonfire, kahit wala tayong physical contact dun sa apoy, ramdam natin yung init nung apoy. Tama po. Kasi nga po, nakakapag-travel pa rin po yung heat energy via electromagnetic waves. Kaya kapag nadadarang tayo sa apoy, kapag lumalapit tayo sa apoy, kahit hindi tayo physically nagkakaroon ng contact doon sa apoy, ramdam natin yung init. Dahil po iyon doon sa electromagnetic waves. Yung kapag nag-grill kayo, nag-iihaw, kahit yung baga, hindi naman talaga lumalapat doon sa karne na iniihaw natin, makikita natin naluluto pa rin yung iniihaw natin. Bakit? Kasi mayroong electromagnetic waves na nagta-travel papunta po doon sa bagay na inyong iniihaw. Okay, ano pang best example nito? Yung radiation coming from the sun. Okay, bakit natin na-experience yung hotter temperature na mayroon tayo? Paano natin nare-receive yung heat energy coming from the sun? Ang layo-layo ni sun. Nagta-travel po kasi yung heat energy via electromagnetic waves. Kahit walang physical contact yung sun sa atin, sa Earth, kaya pa rin niya pong magbigay ng heat energy kay Earth via electromagnetic waves. Okay, may na-absorb pa rin po tayo na heat energy. And speaking of absorption po, tandaan nyo po, that good absorber of heat is also a good emitter. Kapag ang isang bagay ay magaling mag-absorb ng heat, magaling din siya mag-emit ng heat. Ano ba yung mga bagay na madalas or mabisang mag-absorb ng heat? Sila yung mga bagay na kadalasang kulay black. Kasi po, black absorbs more heat rather than any other color. Okay, si black po siya yung pinakamagaling mag-absorb ng heat. Ano naman po yung pinaka-poor na mag-absorb ng heat energy or ng radiation? Yun naman po yung mga white color. Kasi si white, nire-reflect niya po yung mga radiation na yun. Okay, so tandaan, good absorber is also a good emitter of heat. Ano yung mga good absorber na sinasabi ni Sir? Sila yung mga kadalasan na kulay black. Samantalang yung mga poor naman po na mag-absorb ng heat, sila naman yung mga kulay white kasi nire-reflect niya. Black absorbs more heat better than any other color. Okay, so tatandaan po yan. Okay. Okay, so dito na po tayo. Base dun sa naging discussion natin. Dito muna tayo sa una. Okay, basahin po natin. Ito daw po ay transfer of energy between adjacent molecules. Paano ba magkakaroon ng adjacent molecules? Kung mayroong physical contact. Alin lang po ba yung natalakay natin among these three na nagkakaroon ng heat transfer kapag mayroong physical contact? It is Okay, conduction. Okay, next, movement of hot fluid. Ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon ng transfer of heat kapag po mayroong movement of fluid or movement of particles. Okay, pwede siyang gas, pwede rin namang liquid. Ano po iyon? Convection. Okay, and then the last one, ito po yung heat transfer na kung saan, ayan, emission of electromagnetic rays. Yung kahit wala tayong physical contact doon, na nafe-feel natin or nape-perceive pa rin natin yung heat energy. No, kagaya po niyan, yung kapag nadadarang tayo sa apoy, yung heat coming from the sun, yun po ay via radiation. Okay. Ayan, exercise naman tayo. Try lang natin itong mga ito. Write conduction, convection, or radiation in the blank spaces to show the type of heat transfer. First one, hot water rises and cold water sinks. Ibig sabihin, may movement of liquid. Alin ba doon sa tatlo yung may kinalaman sa movement of liquids or fluids? That is convection. Okay? Next, number two, stir frying vegetable. Okay? Stir frying, kumbaga parang ginigisa natin. Yung vegetable. Yung vegetable may direct contact doon sa pan. Hindi siya maluluto kung wala siyang direct contact doon. May direct contact siya, tama? Alin lang ba yung heat transfer na kailangan may direct contact para siya ay mag-travel? Okay, conduction. Next, number 3, a spoon in a cup of hot soup becomes warmer. Okay, meron daw spoon sa cup of hot soup. And then yung spoon na yon biglang uminit din. Ibig sabihin yung spoon may direct contact doon sa hot soup. So ano po ang sagot doon? Conduction. May physical contact, may direct contact doon sa heat energy. Next, grilling hamburgers over a charcoal flame. Alin po iyon? Yung kahit walang physical contact doon sa source of heat, pero naluluto pa rin yung hamburger. Bakit? Kasi mayroong radiation. Okay, number 4, radiation. Number 5, hot air balloon rises. May kinalaman na naman sa fluid or liquid. Fluids. Kapag sinabi nating fluid, those are substances that has an ability to flow such as gas and liquid. Okay, it's been may movement of particles. Ano ang sagot doon? Convection. Next, number 6. You feel the heat from a campfire. Nararamdaman mo yung heat from the campfire kahit wala ka namang physical contact doon sa fire. Ano iyon? Radiation. Okay, last one. A raw egg begins to fry as it hits a heated frying pan. Ibig sabihin, may direct contact yung egg doon sa frying pan kaya siya naluto. Nagkaroon ng direct contact or physical contact. Ano po yun? Conduction. Okay. We got the perfect score. Very good. And that's it. So once again, paki-review po ng lesson na ito. Tandaan yung mga tinalakay, yung tatlo, conduction, convection, and radiation. Tandaan lang po, conduction, ito po yung transfer of heat na nangangailangan ng physical contact or direct contact para po mag-takes place yung heat transfer. Okay, next, convection, ito po yung may kinalaman sa movement of fluids or gas. Okay, liquid or gas, those are fluids. Next, number 3, radiation. Ito naman po yung via electromagnetic waves. Yung kahit wala tayong direct contact, kaya pa rin nating ma-perceive yung heat energy. Okay, best example is yung radiation coming from the sun. Okay, and that's it. I hope that you learned something today. Goodbye, everyone.